Providence Mayor Brett Smiley is going to have a challenger in next year's Democratic primary. State Representative David Morales, a progressive who represents the Mount Pleasant, Elmhurst, and Valley neighborhoods, announced his campaign yesterday. Boston Globe columnist Dan McGowan, he knows the city inside and out, and he joins us now to discuss the race. Welcome, Dan.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, so, this wasn't much of a surprise. You've been writing about this for a few years now, that he was thinking about running for mayor. So tell us a little bit more about what we should know about him.
Yeah, the number one thing is people are going to be stunned by how young he is. He turns 27 today, in fact.
Oh, wow.
And so obviously that it would make him the youngest mayor in the history of the city if he were to win. But really interesting pedigree. 3 terms in the state house, beat an incumbent his first time that he was never supposed to beat, outworked the guy, knocked on doors, did the thing that good candidates can do. Very progressive. He's sort of trying to capitalize on the Zohan Mandami New York City mayor's race. So he's going to be making the case that, you need a more affordable city, that Mayor Smiley is a little too beholden to developers and sort of the institutions. So that's who he's going to be. But I will say, he's going to be impressive when people meet him. Youngest person ever to graduate his master's program at Brown, a public affairs program. Really brilliant guy, and has been a thoughtful voice of the State House. He does, he's been really on top of trying to fund RIPTA, things like that. And so he'll definitely be far to the left of Mayor Smiley in this race.
And speaking of Mayor Smiley, he won a 3-way election in 2022 with less than 50% of the vote. So do you get a sense that voters are looking to maybe make a change?
I think it's tough to say. Mayor Smiley has a lot of institutional support. So, he's got the east side of Providence. He'll have the unions to support him. So I think he starts out, in a pretty good place here. But to that point, under 50% 4 years ago means that there are a lot of voters who voted against him not that long ago. And so I think you'll see David Morales trying to, win over people who maybe haven't been brought into the Smiley camp. And the question is, how many can he do?
And we are still a year away from the Democratic primary, but let's handicap where things stand right now. Does Representative Morales have a chance to win?
I would call it an uphill battle. He's got a significant fundraising disadvantage. Mayor Smiley got $1 million in his campaign account already. That goes a long way in Providence. But I do think David Morales is somebody who's going to be really interesting. I think he'll pull Brett Smiley to the left a little bit, and I think he's going to have a really bright future whether he wins or loses.
All right, we got a lot to talk about, but we got a year to do it.
Yes.
So Dan, thank you very much. Always a pleasure having you in studio.
Thanks for having me.